Okay, welcome back to the show. Retro Americana. I'm your host, Jeremy Scott. And as I promised earlier in the episode, we got three telephone commercials from 1970. The first one is set in St. Louis, Missouri. Second one is set in Mount Washington, New Hampshire. New Hampshire! And then the last one is just basically covers telephone history. And they're really cool. I don't know, it's always trippy to watch these kinds of things. And then after we show that, we'll be right back here with an artifact, or actually artifacts from the 40s. So enjoy these commercials real quick.
Area code 314. St. Louis, Missouri, on the banks of the Mississippi. It's here, on the way north from New Orleans, that the blues stayed for good. Sports and breweries, cereals and chemicals, and the arch, the Gateway Arch. Even today, when it's all finished, you look at it and you say to yourself, it couldn't be done. But there it is, the gateway to the West. 630 feet of stainless steel, just standing there tall and proud. And you can even ride up one side and down the other. That's a trip you really ought to take. But please, phone ahead for your rooms before you head for the arch. The park can be mighty cold. Area code 603. Mount Washington, New Hampshire. The highest mountain in the eastern part of the country. And it's the home of the world's first cog railway. Back in 1869, when the railway was first built, a lot of folks said it couldn't be done. But it was. Round trip up Mount Washington on the cog railway takes about 2 hours. The incline gets as steep as 37 degrees. It's an exciting and beautiful trip with lots to see and enjoy. You ought to try it. And when you do, keep in touch with home by phone.
This weekend, and every weekend, you can telephone coast to coast for as little as 70 cents. It all began in Boston, 1876, with Alexander Graham Bell. The first telephone, the first switchboards, the first operators. Soon telephone lines to New York, to Chicago, and westward. And from San Francisco east. Lines from east and west meet in Utah. The year, 1915. The minimum rate on a call from New York to San Francisco in 1915, $20.70. Years pass. Phone service expands, and long-distance rates drop dramatically. The minimum rate for a coast-to-coast call by 1920 was $8.25. 1927, $5.50. 1940, $3. By 1963, $1 plus tax. Now, in 1970, the minimum is 70 cents plus tax, coast to coast, on calls you dial yourself on weekends. 70 cents for a 3-minute call from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday and 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday. In 1915, $20.70. In 1970, 70 cents plus tax. They said it couldn't be done. But it was.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed those commercials. I sure as heck did. It's artifact time, kids. Real quick, last week I brought out the football program, and then just the magazine, the University of Oklahoma, that my dad got when he went to OU, and he wasn't the first Scot to attend the University of Oklahoma. Booyah! His daddy, my granddad, Allender Otis Scott Sr., went there, and here's his certificate when he graduated. Look at that. Booyah! What was it, 1941? And like right after this, he did this. He went straight into the World War II, and he was all over the place. He was in the Aleutian Islands and Italy, and he was in the Battle of Bulge. And here's his yearbook from the previous year to the 1940 Sooner. Look how thick this is, a yearbook for the University of Oklahoma, 1940. And it's in good condition too. Really, the pages aren't really yellowed like you see a lot of the time. And really, the only thing that's taken a little bit of damage is the cover. But that's usually the thing. That's why it's there. And if I can find a picture of my granddad, I'll put it up, because I know he's in there, and all that kind of stuff. So, and there's a picture in here of Oklahoma versus Nebraska, and look at the helmets. They didn't have, they had the leather helmets, leather heads. That's kind of cool. So there you go. There's the artifact for the week. And of course, join us next week at 11:30 a.m. Monday for a brand new episode. And don't forget to go to www.intv.me. Check out our website. There's a Retro Americana shows page. Shows some of the old episodes, previous episodes, maybe even the current episode. Maybe the episode that's playing right now. Maybe this one. I don't know. Okay, so see you next week, kids, and have a whole lot of fun.